y'all? What's up? We live here on DFWiRadio.com, and this is the Zhamir Watson Show. I'm your host, Zhamir Watson, and today I have some very special guests in the building from Still Young Magazine, Miss Cheyenne and
Leon.
And I met them probably a month ago. They had included me in their spread for their V3 release in their magazine for up-and-coming entrepreneurs, musicians, entertainers, you name it. And today they're going to talk a little bit more about the magazine, how they got started, when they started, what keeps them going, all that good stuff. So just tell the viewers a little bit about, why you all started the magazine and what does it stand for.
Okay, Still Young Magazine is a publication that's made to aspire, to inspire, to redefine your youth. Mm-hmm. We are a creative arts online publication, and we do move to print at the end of each month with our printed issues. Okay. We started on behalf of frustration. I'm a writer.
That's just how it is.
And yes, I'm a writer and I'm a technical writer actually. And I have this really big ambition to just one day be able to write all types of stuff, to be very versed in all types of publications because, language is very important and it's just so many things you can do with it, knowing how to write properly, knowing how to work in those different fields.
And that's true because with writing, a lot of people don't really understand how writing can destroy something or make it, look good. It's just like a movie or a play or something. If the writing is good, it'll reflect in the presentation or, the acting stuff. And the same thing like with a magazine. Obviously, if the writing is good, it'll reflect that in sales and just people's interest. Because I've seen some magazines, you look through them, you're like, this is boring as hell. but it's kind of, like you were saying, writing is, you have to have a passion for it. And also, why did you come up with the title Still Young Magazine?
Okay, great. Okay, so that's gonna.
Well, she was all right now with this.
Okay, so Still Young Magazine it was tough. Like when this idea came up, it was just kind of like a spark, and
right.
I ran it. By my partner, my fiance Leon.
Yes. Watch out, Jay, baby.
I ran it by him, and it was like something to think about, So I really had to put into thought, why should I call it Still Young Magazine? Because, I wanted it to be like one word or something, right. Really like just poppy, whatever. And so when I thought about what happened anyway, like I was looking for another job, I want to do more in writing, but getting those opportunities seemed really hard.
Right.
And it's like, well, in order to be young, you have to forever chase a dream. Children, they have this mentality. Yeah. Children have a mentality when they want something, that's their goal. So they're going to be after that goal until they learn how to do it. When it comes to basketball, anything, they're so determined to do it. That's all they want to do. Take me to practice. Let me do this. And when we say Still Young Magazine, we highlight anybody that's truly dedicated to chasing their dreams and going after their goals, working a 9-to-5, doing things that you have to do to sustain in society until you're able to do the things that you want to do based on the lifestyle that you deserve. And so that's Still Young Magazine.
Yeah, and that's a good thing you mentioned that too, because I was going to ask, most magazines, like any of the other source of media, they have a target audience. And with this magazine, I'm glad you mentioned it about this is it's a magazine basically for inspiration. Anybody who's inspired to pursue their own goals, that's what the magazine is about.
Yes.
And even though you have a target audience, but you don't have a target audience, which makes sense, I guess. Because, but I like the fact you said with the title, with it being Still Young Magazine, some people may misinterpret it as, it's just a magazine for teenagers or, people in their early 20s or something like that. So I'm glad you made that known that it's for everybody who's pursuing any type of passion. And also with Still Young Magazine, what keeps you inspired to keep doing it?
Well, I answer that. Okay. My motto is, I'd rather, hustle 24/7 than slave at 9-to-5.
Oh, I heard that. That's true.
That's where I think that's the motivation that keeps everybody going, keeps us going, because a 9 to 5 is cool. We're not, hating on 9 to 5, but to hustle 24/7 on your own, to, to create something that you've been dreaming about for a long time, and to see it, the fruition, that's something that keeps us motivated, for sure.
Oh, and I can definitely relate to that. 'Cause you already know coming from Arkansas, like, it wasn't nowhere near as many opportunities, especially in the media part, anyway. And when you're trying to find your own way or, fill your goals in life, it is not easy. I mean, it's not easy, but you have to be determined, you have to be persistent, because I was listening to this lady who'll be here next week, Ms. Dorothy Cook. She said something at this event I went to where she was like, why spend time working, like you were saying, working a 9 to 5, making somebody else rich, instead of using all that time investing in yourself and make yourself rich. And I mean, that's true, because when you look at most people, like I know for me, when I was in college, people was like, oh boy, go and get your degree, just get a job at a bank or somewhere and just work 9 to 5, you good, I'll be trying to do all this extra. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that, because that's what's wrong with the world now. Everybody is so, I got to get a 9 to 5 and all this stuff, and then when these companies shut down, if you have a recession or something like that, then you out of work. Yeah. But if you work for yourself, you ain't never got to worry about that. Yeah. So I definitely agree with that. And then too, I think with a lot of it, and particularly in the line of business that we do, people just don't like to take the risk. I mean, but I hate to say it, but in order to be successful, you have to have those risks, those setbacks, and you're gonna have times you're gonna be frustrated. You're gonna be like, God. Because I trust. I just recently had them. So you'll have those moments where you kind of sit there and be like, did I make the right decision? Like maybe I should have listened to. But then once you go through it and you know that when you can always feel when it's real and when you're gonna make it. And I think like for me anyway, and I'm sure for y'all too. When you was getting close to that, getting this, done, making it happen, you kind of was like, okay, all of it's paid off. The headaches, the setbacks, the criticism, and all of that is paid off. So I definitely feel you on that. Now, one thing I also like about the magazine, because I do my research, I was doing some background checks, is that I like in the magazine that you don't necessarily go after just, well-known celebrities or public figures. You go after and interview people who are up and coming to try to help them get to that status. So, do you think that's something you'll continue to do, or be a combination of unknown and well-known?
Yes, it's I think that I want to say yes, to be honest with you. I wanted to stay in that realm because, our focus is to keep you encouraged. So it's like, when you already get there, I mean, it's people, like you said, it's things all over that's going to highlight you. But when you're where you are right now, who's highlighting you? And so it's like, that's important to me. It's a lot of times when I go about doing stuff and I don't feel like I'm doing enough. I don't feel like what I'm doing is enough because, you want to see things. So it's like, well, if I could create something and it's like, well, I can make it look like this, and I can make somebody else feel like this, then it's like, oh, okay, I have this power now to be able to push the motivation to a standard like this could be you in that big top magazine that you're thinking about. This could be you, on this big interview platform that you've been dreaming of. We're just showing you, like, it's people out here watching your stuff, and so keep doing it. So, yeah, I think so.
Also, to add on what she's saying, we know what it feels like to be an underdog. We know what it feels like to start something from the ground up. Right. So that's why we highlight people that are upcoming, because we understand that grind, that hustle, getting up every day, some days you really don't want to do it, but this is your dream, this is your passion, so that's why we do it.
That too, like, he got it.
Yeah, that's why I like taking people like you all, because like, y'all get it, because a lot of people who don't, I know it's bad to say, but a lot of people who don't have any goals in life, don't have any drive or vision, and I hate to say it, even to some extent like a jealousy factor, they don't get and understand why people are willing to risk not working a 9 to 5 or not working a job where you'll make about $60,000, $80,000 a year to try to pursue something where you can do that and beyond. They don't understand that. So I don't expect, like, even for me, like when I came out here and started pursuing this, people like, boy, you crazy, you trying to do this and trying to, I wouldn't do this. And I heard it, but I ignored it, because I was like, you know what, you don't want nothing, you ain't gonna ever have nothing, and so I'm not even gonna listen to what you say. And when I look back then versus now, I came here not to brag, but I come here to Dallas. I've done a lot of stuff, met a lot of people, was able to accomplish a lot, and like I said, looking back at what they said, just proved me right that I could do it. Mm-hmm. And I like what you all do in this magazine, because what you're doing is you're inspiring people when other people tell them, nah, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard. You got this going on. You're gonna be in debt, but they don't look at, like, when I look at people like Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. Mm-hmm. He's a perfect example of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was homeless, and we look at him today.